Welcome, welcome, welcome. So wonderful to have you here. I am Liz Lembke, and I am ecstatic to be joined by Jennifer.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Glad to be here with you.
That's awesome. We have, I can't believe that we have the Middle of Strangeness Career Growth Summit like already here. It's been like a little marathon, and I'm so excited.
Time again. It's kind of like I've been thinking about it like it's like a wedding when you're getting all ready for your wedding. And here we are. Today is the day.
Today is the day. Well, then, yeah, very well said. Very well said. All right. So we even have music with our intro. So today's theme is, of course, career resilience. So we are all a little bit of that diamond in the rough. So therefore, it really fits very well to the wedding analogy. So who are we? My goodness. So here we really invite you to raise your cup and join us. So we are L&D Cares, and L&D Cares, I'll read the first one. We're a community-focused volunteer, 100% volunteer organization aiming to provide learning support and growth opportunities to adapt, thrive, and flourish. And then Jen, do you want to read the second one?
Sure. We are all about seeking to enable people with a passion for talent development to succeed in reframing and or reinventing your career.
Exactly. As there is a little bit of reinvention going on, particularly in the middle of strangeness.
Yes.
So we welcome you to join our cup. So, all right. So again, we are your hosts for Career Resilience. I am Elizabeth Lembke, Chief Talent Navigator at Transforming Talent, as well as the L&D Cares Director and Lead for our Career Growth Stream. So ecstatic to have you all here.
Yes. And, do you want me to introduce myself? It's still only 10 o'clock in the morning.
I know. For me, it's 4 p.m. I got a couple hours on you.
I know. So I am Jennifer Rogers, and I am so excited to be here. I am the president and chief discovery advocate at Development Ocean, which is my coaching and consulting company. Working with emerging leaders and anyone really that is looking to grow their career. So this is my home away from home, L&D Cares.
That is for sure.
And with L&D Cares, my main role is working with all of our career growth coaching cohorts. So I organize those and find fabulous coaches to help coach those.
And so, hey, let's put that in the chat. Who has been part of an L&D Cares cohort?
That shirt is a little wrinkly.
So who has been here as part of one of Jennifer's cohorts? I think they're probably a few. Hi, look, we have 2 a.m. and New Zealand. Okay, Anna, you got us beat. You got us beat. That is dedication. Whoa, I love it. All right. So while you guys are saying, here, if you've been part of the cohorts or been part of the summit, we'd love to know if you guys are returning. So we have a couple of principles when we were kind of going in to say, what can we do around that adapt, thrive, and flourish? What are our guiding principles really for us as learning mavens? And so these are kind of the things that galvanize us and where we say, okay, what can we do together to really create positive forward movement? And the first one is, of course, how can we make career growth fun, not debilitating? The second one is, how can we build confidence while building competence? The third one is, what can we do to proactively move the needle on allyship and opportunity forward? How can we increase our own employability by expanding our skill set? Ergo, like putting on conferences via AirMeet. where we can truly be that brave space to experiment, to learn, and where we can be that circle where folks bring their unique, awesome sauce to the table and it's celebrated and it's given space to shine and grow. Because that's one thing you'll learn about L&D Cares. We like to eat, and we have been known to partake in beverages. Yeah. So if you're good with that, welcome to the crew. All right. So the way we roll, and Jen, do you want to start us off on these ones?
Yes, I will be happy to. So we are all, as we come together these next 3 days, in whatever sessions that we're in, each person that has come and will be speaking, will be sharing, we're all speaking from our perspective, and we're not saying that our perspective is the correct perspective or the only perspective. It's just the only one that we can each speak from. And it is really, really important to us that we all are able to feel safe in this space, to be able to have open discussions around some complex issues, and what our roles, how our roles in that, as talent and learning leaders, move forward, especially in this time of disruptive change. So with that, we've got just a couple of really quick ground rules. First of all, the roles are rolling. I know none of us would ever be that person, but just don't be a jerk.
Yeah.
And you might hear some adult language. We might use a sentence enhancer here and there, but not at people.
Yeah.
Learning happens when we get a little uncomfortable and we're a little, kind of off of our stable spot. And community is first. Individual is second, and everybody is welcome. So we just want this to be a safe, really engaging space for great conversation. Liz, you want to add anything to that?
Oh, no, I think that's perfect. I think, we were just joking about what's our brand of caring, and this is us. So
Yeah.
And that plurality of thought is so helpful, and particularly as we're talking about these complex issues of, if you have a question or if you have a challenge, bring it up and put it in, because if it's in your brain, it's probably in someone else's. So as we go through these workshops, your engagement and your questions will really help us all collectively learn and say, how can we take this back? Cool. Okay. So, all right. And with that, it's really, what are you doing here? So you have seen probably the schedule as you guys walked in to say, wow, there's a lot of workshops. So we, as part of L&D Cares and the Career Growth team, we are that Venn diagram, because we know in HR, we love Venn diagrams. So we have, we bring learning and talent professionals, social science researchers, career seekers, recruiters, and HR tech vendors together to workshop around how can we co-create a better path forward in career development, particularly in this weird middle of strangeness. Okay, so this is that piece, is that it's not just learning leaders, it's not just L&D, it's not just instructional designers, it's just not teachers and educators. It's really, we thrive and our insights really develop by everyone bringing in their different perspectives around your expertise areas, what you're curious about. So with that, we really invite you to be very active during the workshops in bringing your perspectives in. So what's on the docket? And Jen, I will turn this one over to you.
Yep. Okay. So today, after Liz and I, after we finish here, kind of setting things up, we're going to warm up into the what the day is and what the day holds with Akshay. And then we've got some really, really exciting opportunities for you running your career like a business with some fabulous business women, clarity of purpose, and take this job and just take it. with Marie and Charles Martin, and I can't wait. I can't wait for that. I can't wait for any of these. I wish that I could be in every single one. Miss Liz Lembke talking about talent development in the middle of strangeness. And then it'll be time for some rest. And we need to know about all the types of rest we need, because rest is important. And so we'll be learning about 7 types of rest that every person needs. And then a subject near and dear to my heart, because I started as a K-12 music educator. So hearing Laura and Nikki talk about adjusting from K-12 to a corporate culture, and it is a culture shock. And then how do you get hired in this weird world? With fabulous friend and fellow L&D Cares director, Mike Batman Cohen. And then we'll spend our time closing out this afternoon at some table talks about what did you gather? What filled your cup today with Marie and, again, our fabulous Liz.
Awesome. Oh, it's going to be good. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Yeah. Because today is really about, here, enabling tough conversations with yourself.
Yeah.
So, and this is something that's kind of a tradition for us in how we roll, and particularly as L&D, just taking the time. And what we'd like you to do now is just shortly in the chat, just detail, what do you want to learn? Why are you here? You have taken some time out of your busy days. Some of you, it's like 2:30 a.m. in New Zealand. You're here. So what do you want to learn? What are you hoping to take back with you? Okay.
I know. I love that. I can't wait to see what folks are typing in the chat. I know for me, resilience is it's a key term right now, and plugging a little bit of tomorrow. It reminds me a little bit of, how do I turn off my inner critic?
Yeah.
How do I turn off that voice in my head, or tell her to sit down and be quiet?
It's so true, Jennifer, because, here, I think oftentimes we focus a lot of our energy on what we cannot do, rather than thinking, okay, what's our unique, awesome sauce? What do we bring to the table? How are we looking at it a little bit differently, and being perhaps at times a little bit more fair to ourselves? And another time saying, okay, how are we really creating those workspaces and for ourselves where we can also adapt and thrive? So I'm impressed, and I'm really looking forward to talking about workplace toxicity. I don't think that gets talked about enough, of sometimes a job can be making you sick. And getting that bravery and gumption up to make a different career choice, because we always have a choice. It's always a challenge. There's going to be challenges with every choice, but how do we acknowledge and understand what that looks like, so that we can have those tough conversations with ourselves?
Oh gosh. And I'm inspired just looking at what everybody is interested. I'm seeing a lot of, it's time for some clarity. It's time for, what am I really here for? And, I see Aaron, I feel you, pivoting and trying to find an identity outside of mom.
Yeah.
And so
yeah.
I shared with Liz this morning, I was sending one kid off to stay with a grandparent for these next couple of days so that I can do this, because we homeschool. And so it is understanding who I am, just me, without saying I'm mom, or I'm a L&D person, but making those choices and getting inspired. I saw somebody saying, top up my inspiration.
I love it. So well said. So well said. Cool. Well, and that's what we're going to be doing today. And so I love it. Top off our cap and get inspired. And so today will be really that piece around how to air meet. So one thing that we can always tell you is, when in doubt, if something freezes, seeing where you can't hear, hit refresh, clear your cache. Make sure you're using Chrome or Edge, Safari, that big red bar that says Safari is not supported. It's right. So you won't have all the functionality. So if something's going weird, just hit refresh. When you go to the reception, you'll see The schedule, you'll see table talks, and you'll see speed networking. You can click on all of these areas and it will speed you on over to where you need to go. On every single page, there's a question mark. And in that question mark, you can call up the AirMeet help desk, and they are awesome. They are actual people. So you can just chat with them. You can open up a separate support lounge if there's something completely wonky going on with your tool. But those are the first items, housekeeping on how to AirMeet. The second one is how to create your own schedule. So you see at the top, there's these filters. So you can filter by tag, like you can say, okay, I only want to see the ones that have table talks. Okay, and then you can filter for that. And then if you want to add it to your own schedule, that will then show up here under My Schedule. You just click on Remind Me, and then a reminder gets added. And then the session gets added to your schedule, and you will also receive a reminder when that session is about to begin. Okay, so that's just a little bit of a housekeeping. And then here for our for the social interaction. So here during the breaks, Mariana, who is our wonderful backstage crew, she will be she will turn on the start networking, and this will be going on during the breaks, but also 1 or 2 sessions. We'll be using this, and this is one-on-one discussions, and you can then just click on this start networking button. Otherwise, when we don't have that turned on, so you see it's missing here, this is the table talks, and here you can just join a table by clicking on the join button and then turning on your camera and your mic. There's a table chat. So that's how that will work. When we do in session call for a table talk, we will send out an announcement, which will show up under the alerts, and you can just go directly to that link. And then we'll do another announcement and say, hey, all right, come on back. Okay. And then all you have to do is then click that link, and then you can rejoin the session. Okay. So that's basically how to AirMeet. At the end of each workshop, we as the host will be sending you a bit.ly with a little bit of a workshop feedback form. We would love it if you could fill this out, as again, we're all volunteers. There's amazing workshops that are going on. The co-creation really happens. So your insights are really very helpful. And what am I explaining? We're in L&D, we know this. All right, so with that, also in case you need a couple of hashtags, we're Middle of Strangeness, L&D Care, CGS. So be social, and with that we mean not necessarily only here electronically, but you see here all these people together. So this is your opportunity. This is your opportunity to get together, to know different people in our field, to have some exchanges and discussions. So hit up a table, be the first ones to sit there. People will join you, okay? So just want to make sure that opportunity, which we also got from your feedback, that's what you wanted, make use of it. That's why we chose AirMeet. It is the most social platform that there is right now that I've seen that really fosters those interactions. So have some fun. So with that, it is wonderful to have you, and we are so excited. And we are going to be sending you out now into the next session with Akshay, where you guys will be warming up and getting into this space. Yep. Cool. All right. Well, have an absolutely fabulous day, everybody. We will see you soon.
See you around.